Guess I would help if I put us on stream. Hey, listen,
Yeah.
the last show I was on, I didn't have control over the stuff. So there you go. It's Wednesday, everybody. You know what that means. It's time for the Greg Show.
That means Greg Curry was on Quizzlemania! Okay, there you go. Go ahead.
That's
You're
right.
good.
That's right. Yeah. So that happened.
We got him on, kids.
Yes, we finally got me on. It was a blast. It was a lot of fun. We are going to talk about that in more detail because on today's show, it's the elephant in the room. Hey, it happened.
Hey!
I finally got to don the purple shirt that's been hanging up in this office for over a year now. So that was awesome. We'll also be talking about some NFL free agency. I don't know how much you had to have, Jeff, because I don't think the Cowboys have done anything. I might be wrong.
So wait, there's stuff going on outside of Quizzlemania today?
Apparently.
What the shit?
Yeah. Weird Indiana laws in the event that we get to it. We did Illinois last week. We reintroduced the Weird Law segment. And, of course, the Wednesday Q&A. So, yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah, I was on Quizzlemania today. That was a lot of fun. It really was.
And not only were we on Quizzlemania, but it literally came down to the last round. And it came down to, had you got the question right, what was it, one answer earlier?
Two.
It would have been a thing.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, the nipple round did me in. Let's be honest.
It did.
Had that round not existed, Tempest and I might have gone to a tie.
Right. Yeah.
But there you go. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. No, I didn't win. I got second place. That's really what I wanted. If I wasn't going to win, I didn't want to embarrass myself.
Right, exactly.
Which was really the important thing out of all of it. Which is perfectly fine.
It's like I said, it was one of those where you got points in the round that is your muckerfuther. Like the freaking Price is Shite round is the worst for you, and you still score points. So,
and you know what? The weirdest thing was that number that I threw out there that was somehow just 85 cents off.
Yeah, what the? That's bananas.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go. I almost went 800 exactly. I was like, you know what? I'm going to hedge my bets and go 799 and some change. And good thing I did because I got points out of it.
It was so I'm sitting here going, okay, I almost bought that Shawn Michaels mat because I was supposed to be at that WrestleMania. So I'm like, how much did that cost back then? Inflation.
I just don't know how much stuff costs or how much people are willing to spend on certain things.
$800 for that. Now again, you and Mikey are like neck and neck for the biggest Shawn Michaels fans I know. I don't see either one of you dropping $800 freaking dollars for that thing. Even if it is his first world title, there's just no effing way. There's no way.
I paid less than that to meet him.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Say it cost me 75 times 2 because Mikey got to come along too. And gas in my dad's car. Like that's what that cost me. So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the Price is Shite round did not go my way. I mean, I wasn't in last place after that round, which was really all I could ask for.
Yeah.
Then we had a little trivia. The promo round I did okay with.
Yes.
Damn ECW. Damn ECW.
I'm sitting here going, oh, he knows this. I know he knows this. Come on, Greg. Just hear the Cactus voice. Hear the Cactus voice.
I've heard the Kane Dewey promo before.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew you from the promo. So, yeah.
My ECW knowledge is lacking. It is what it is. I got some other ones. And you damn that Jericho one, because I was so close to it.
Yeah, one word off, and it was at Shawn Michaels. I'm like, he's got to get this one. Come on, man.
Well, I thought I did.
Yeah, I know.
To come and to turn, and damn,
I did okay. There was a comment in the chat room that entire promo round was very Shawn heavy. I'm like, oh, thank you, Quizzlemania gods.
Yeah. I'm glad I got the once I saw the one from his promo on Montreal in 2005, I was like, yes, I have seen this segment so many times and I love everything about it.
So I did make a claim in the chat room that I would do the one promo, the first one that you guys said. Let me hang on a second here.
Hard times, Daddy.
Well, no, it wasn't hard times, but it was Dusty. So just hang on. I want to get the words exactly right because I knew who it was as soon as he put it out there, but I want to have the let's see here. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that promo so many times, and it's just one of those. I just enjoy it so much, and so the clue they gave you was there were two bad people. That's all they gave you guys.
Yeah,
and that's actually part of the whole big thing, but. He's talking about, facing Flair because that's what Dusty did. It was facing Flair. So the end of the quote was the whole quote is this: there were two bad people. One was John Wayne, and he's dead, brother. The other one's right here. Is what the promo was supposed to sound like. And again, my Dusty voice is shit right now because I've been sick, so I apologize. But if I get the and all that shit going on, I can get my Dusty Rhodes promo going very well. I was hoping for a Macho Man promo just for you, but it didn't happen.
Right, I was hoping for one too. I was waiting for the cream of the crop promo, and it didn't.
For it.
Yeah. But I was happy that the Flair promo from '98 was in there.
Because that one came off good, and you got a bonus point for the impression, so that was good.
It was fun because I love that end part where he's just yelling at Bischoff.
He's literally ranting and raving like crazy. The irony of talking about Ric Flair wearing the exact attire Bischoff wore in '99. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, that round went well. The paper feud round.
See, I missed that one. So
yeah. It was basically name the pay-per-view these matches happened on.
Oh, wow.
The first match that popped up was Razor Ramon, Ted DiBiase, which that match has been a question on WTC a couple times.
Yes, it has.
So I knew that it was the last question in our Iron Man match, I believe.
I believe you're right.
So I remember that off the bat. I'm so pissed that Tempest got a pay-per-view that I was at.
Oh,
faster
shit.
than I did.
That's the shits.
Yeah. I mean, that was my best round. Well, no, not really, because that's my line was my best round. And the King of the Ring 94 one, I almost guessed a little earlier, but I doubted myself.
Yeah.
Because I got that one at 2 points instead of 3. Because I was like, I'm gonna take a shot because the time frame sounds right. Crush being a heel teaming with Yokozuna is like, I know it wasn't WrestleMania, I know it wasn't the Rumble because Crush was in it. I know it wasn't SummerSlam or Survivor Series, so it's like it's probably King of the Ring, but I doubted myself, waited too long.
Yeah, it's one of those where you just have to, especially for back then, process of elimination is a lot easier.
Yeah, and the Miz Ziggler one threw me because they wrestled each other on pay-per-view so many times. Yes. And I just took a shot in the dark. I should have waited because that's the pay-per-view Aaron was here for. It was Backlash 2016.
That's right. That's right.
So I was like, man, like this is the opportunity. And
so Miz and Ziggler are so connected. Miz TV was on NXT last night.
Yeah.
What the shit? Oh my God.
The nipple round we won't talk about because fuck that round.
Let's talk about Get the Wrestler at the end because clearly Adam doesn't know his geography origins very well in wrestling.
Yeah.
Victoria's about as white as I am black, y'all, for real. Like, seriously. Jesus.
Yeah, that one's gonna haunt him for a while. It's the anti.
Well, no, what was really funny is the chat room's going Gale, and I'm like, I even put in the chat room. Those of y'all saying Gale, I'm begging you, watch a match of First Hell, listen to her talk hell, look at a fucking picture.
Yeah, it sure as hell wasn't going to be Gail Kim.
Now, what is wrong with that crowd over at the freaking chat room over at that? Oh my god!
It's like just because she's Canadian doesn't mean she's white. Okay.
Even though everybody up there is neon white, we understand that. It's just no.
Yeah, but based on the quiz, yeah, I wouldn't have gone. Like I kind of figured based on everything else, it was Victoria. Like I got that, but
I honestly feel that whole round, I think Eddie was the easiest, just because it came right after Victoria and the whole white thing. It's like, okay, well, there you go. There it is. So yes.
Well, once Adam paused at was this person ever WWF champion, he was like, kinda.
It's like DiBiase.
It's got to be DiBiase.
It's like, how many times have I talked about on my channel alone about DiBiase being the WWF champion? God damn. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm loving the questions in the chat room between trivia and Q&A already, so keep them coming, guys, please.
Yeah, keep them coming. And really, if you want to see me do goofy stuff like I advertise in Quizzlemania, send in a super chat. I pinned the link on the Greg Cherry Brand YouTube, and it's also on the screen below. So go check that out. And yes, I did up the price to $10 a spin. I used to do it for I feel like I used to do it for 20 when I was doing the old no DQ live streams, and then I lowered it to 10. So 5 was okay, but 10 seems like the happy medium. So
my background is just going ape shit here. Give me a second here. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm just trying to figure out why it's doing this.
Yeah, but if you want me to do anything, and realistically, I would do the jumping jacks today just to get some of this energy out of me.
Right. Screw it.
Yeah. The old green screen's not working.
Well, it's one of those I've done shows this week already, and it's been better. It hasn't been great, but it's been better than. But shit, when I did the no DQ show with Aaron last week, I had to go on my phone.
Well, I remember one of the weeks where you just froze completely. It was just your audio.
Well, so last week, it had the moment where I was like this, and I was talking, so everybody was going, Jeff, blink twice if you're in danger. So I ended up rebooting the whole thing, and then it came back on here and it was fine. So I don't know. It must be a interaction with somebody else across the country and my own shit here. So hopefully when the move goes down completely, we'll be squared away, because my mom's got those booster things to go throughout the house.
Oh, there you go.
So major score there. Thank God for technology being inexpensive.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I know I'm going to be the voice of everybody in the chat room right now, but I am so damn proud of you, dude. You came in closer second than I think even Tempest will admit to himself out loud. And that was just freaking awesome. So I'm very happy for you. And it was funny, the whole thing that Adam tweeted out. Fine, great trade for Quizzlemania.
I figured he was the one to write that. I figured that. I didn't ask him about it, but I did figure it was him who wrote that.
So it was one of those, it's like, oh, thank God. We finally got Greg. It was a total groundswell. Is somebody knocking at my door? Oh, they are knocking at my door. Well, thank you very much, kiddo. I love you too. Thank you very much. The irony of having a minor serve me this is not lost on me, so shut the hell up in the chat room. But
I don't even know what you got, but
is
it your IPA?
It is. I was going to go down to El Segundo today and get the new American lager they released today. But number one, I had to be here at 4 o'clock. Can't miss the Greg Cherry show after he's been on Quizzlemania. That would be a major dick move on my part. And number two, I was watching IG Live after you guys were done at Quizzlemania. That place is a circus right now because they had a VIP meet and greet. Austin's there. So trying to get into that place on transit would have been a circus. So no, I'm glad I didn't go. However, I still have one of the Broken Skull IPAs left. So we'll be sipping this beer.
Hell yeah.
You're goddamn right. So
I'm very sad I didn't get a chance to do a mealy mouth some bitch on Quizzlemania, but I don't like my Austin impression. I don't think it's very good. My opinion.
I liked it just now when I heard
it. I'm very critical of myself. I'm happy with my Savage impression, not so much with my Austin.
Well, see, the thing is, a lot of the impressions I did, not just wrestling, but like when I was younger, I used to do a great Bullwinkle J. Moose, and now my voice can't get there because I've had so much strep throat in my adult life. It doesn't work. But you get a few of these, and I get a good Stone Cold going here. I can start stomping a butthole in your ass and walking the goddamn thing dry, if you know what I'm talking about. So stuff like that.
And that's all I got to say about that.
That's right. So. Fair warning, there will be bitter beer face because the IPAs are a bitter thing, and it's an India Pale Ale, so it's very bitter. It's messy.
I don't drink, like that's
I know you
the thing. Like I feel like I would have to try an IPA just to say I've done it.
Yeah.
No, what?
I would suggest if you're gonna try a brand based on, like, for me, I only bought this because it's Steve's beer. Like, that's the only reason I got it.
That's the only reason I would buy it.
But now that he has an American lager out, I'm thinking that tastes more like a Sam Adams type thing, so I might have that. I might like that more. I do not like this stuff at all. I know I said I did on a social media post. I lied through my rattlesnake teeth. It's gross. But it's 316 day. So, and by the way, you can tell it's an IPA. Let me move the camera real quick here. When you open it up, it's thin on out, but this foam was thick as thieves. It was so nasty. It was like just sitting there like freaking soda fizz. It was so thick. So major hops, major heavy, and I'm giving you guys Blair Witch epilepsy. Don't mind me.
There you go.
There we go. So yeah. Anyway, so Greg on Quizzlemania, awesome. And like I was saying before the beer showed up, that was a groundswell movement that you started, and the entire Greg Cherry brand audience just took up the reins and marched that shit down to the end zone. And I'm so happy we all got that done.
I'm very grateful for everybody who helped along with this. It's like, it's not just the people who are on Quizzlemania. It's not just Sean. It's not just Alex, Steve, Sat, SP3, which I appreciate all of them. Don't get me wrong. But it's also the people who watch the show every week, people who follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna cry. So, like, I know I didn't win. I'm glad I didn't embarrass myself again. That was really, to me, that was more important than winning, is not humiliating myself and making a giant waste of everybody's time. But the fact that I got second and I like proved that I can hang at least.
You made it a contest.
That meant it's like, okay, this was all justified.
You may not have actually got the highest score at the end, dude, but you definitely won. Like, you won, and your supporters all won with you, and that was too freaking cool. So I toast you, and God help me with this beer, but oh man, badass taste. Ooh, that's gonna suck later.
Little bit. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought it was just gonna be like straight pucker.
Well, it will be. If it wasn't on the air, it would be. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of holding it in.
I may have tied a Quizzlemania record though.
I saw that. Yes,
I believe. And again, I didn't see any of the comments, so I don't know. I don't know how I came across. I'll be completely honest. I don't know how I came across. I don't know if people liked me. If people was like, "Oh, who the hell's this guy?" There was probably quite a bit of that. But I don't like. I think I tied a record in the final round of fastest to get it.
Right.
I think.
Somebody said 19 in the chat room. Like, I don't think anybody ever got 19.
I don't think anybody ever got, not that I've seen in the round.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to take a shot in the dark at 20, but I was like, hey, if I have a question buffer, I'm at least going to get the gender. Which helped greatly, it turns out.
Right.
So I think Luke Owen and I both have 17 in that round.
That's awesome.
I think. So, some Quizzlemania historian is going to have to correct me because I am not sure on that.
Right. Carl, to answer your question, I don't know if this beer or the American Lager is gluten free. Google free. Wow, here we go. One sip. Good Lord.
You're already toasted. Jeez.
Like I said, these IPAs just get up in my shit. I don't think they're gluten free. I very much doubt it with all the barley and hops. I very much doubt it. That's a lot of bread, homie. Probably not gluten free. So, all right. Well, we spent 20 minutes on Quizzlemania. Shall we move on to the free agencies? Because, like I said, I have to talk about that myself. Like you said.
I mean, if you guys want me to keep talking about it, I can. Like, I can take questions, or I can save them for the end. But we do want to talk about the NFL free agency.
Please, by all means, I'll go ahead and get through this beer.
Well, I was going to say, do you have any Cowboys news? Because I haven't seen a ton of stuff from Dallas.
All I've seen is Amari Cooper moving, which is like, okay.
Yeah, Amari Cooper, I believe, went to Cleveland.
Yes, he did.
So
Josh thanked me on social media. I'm like, okay. Like, I could care less if Cooper is gone. He was hit and miss all year, so whatever.
The Steelers on Monday, right before the announcement was made, that was on Quizzlemania, because I was stalking Twitter to see when that would go live.
Oh yeah, this fucker feather called me last week and told me maybe keep it in on weekends. Son of a bitch.
Dude, I know for 3 weeks. Okay, how hard do you think it was to
You're the contestant. You're supposed to know.
Yeah, but how hard do you think it was for me talking about being on the show for 2 years to hold it in for 3 weeks that I was going to be on?
All right, so let me ask you this. You told me who else you told. Did you tell that person the same day you found out?
I told Jen, yeah. I told Jen the same day I found out.
Okay.
And then you were last week. And I didn't tell anybody else until the announcement went live. It was you and Jen. That was it.
Okay.
And the only reason I told you was because of a possible programming issue.
Right. Which, yeah. I mean, when it said 4 o'clock, I went, oh wait, no, 4 p.m. Eastern. So cool. Yeah. Way ahead of us.
Yes. But yeah. So yeah, Tom Brady's back. I just saw that in the chat.
I said it on Monday, and I'll say it here now. If Brady can come back and take the Bucs to at least the conference, I'm not saying win the damn thing, but at least to the conference championship game and show that he still got it, cool. If they have a Detroit type season, dude, go back and be with your hot ass model wife and just stay the hell retired. Seriously.
It's Tom Brady. I don't think they're going to build that team around him because they know what he brings to the table. And Brady's still playing at a high level. Like let's not kid ourselves. Like, he's been in the game for 76 years. So it seems at this point.
Spit take.
Almost. But before the Quizzlemania announcement went live, I did see that the Steelers signed Mitch Trubisky to a 2-year deal, which I don't know how to feel about that. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I know he had some decent spots in Chicago,
right?
But he doesn't instill a ton of confidence in me.
Yeah,
I really hope the Steelers, when the draft happens next month, they go O-line heavy, because my goodness, the offensive line needs everything. But I did see before we went on the air tonight, the Steelers just signed Miles Jack from Jacksonville.
Oh, wow.
That's a pretty solid get. I'm happy about that. So like that's going to look like, I think the defense the Steelers are going to have is going to be incredible. So and maybe that's all we need, because you figure in Peyton Manning's last year as a Denver Bronco, he was shit. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
So bad. But the defense, and I'll get to Von Miller in a second because he factors into this, so it's a nice transition. The defense carried that team to a Super Bowl. So,
without question,
I'm kind of hoping the Steelers have that same kind of fortune. Hopefully with Alalo back, and hopefully with Stephon Tuitt back. Now you add Miles Jack, you got TJ Watt, you got so many great parts of that defense. And the reason I bring up Von Miller is he just signed a 6-year deal with the Bills. 6 years.
That's major for him.
I did see Randy Gregory go to the Broncos. Also, to the Broncos, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm surprised he left Seattle, but you know.
I mean, it was probably time.
Yeah.
So I think he'll do okay in Denver. He's in a tough division, so we'll see. It's going from NFC to AFC. Like, the AFC West is going to be nuts. The Browns are confusing me.
As they often do, but
Yeah, as they always do, because while they signed Amari Cooper,
this water. Hang on, go ahead.
Okay, while they signed Amari Cooper,
right, which again, I said that when he was with Dallas. I'll say it now. He's been hit and miss since he started really becoming a conscious awareness on the national scene. As far as he'll have a great game, they'll have a shit game. He's very inconsistent. So
yeah, well, it's going to be interesting because Baker Mayfield might not be in Cleveland.
Yeah, that's the hot take today.
So. And it might not even be a Deshaun Watson thing. He just might be done.
Yeah.
I don't know where he would land because I'm sure some quarterback needy team will want to pick him up. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I haven't seen a lot of the Bengals signings, which is kind of surprising. I did see the Ravens signed a couple people to pretty hefty deals. But again, I'm surprised that Cincinnati's not. Maybe they feel like they have all they need and that they can just draft everybody else. I don't know.
They had a really solid run. They almost won the thing, so why not?
According to Cody Raines, Baker just tweeted he wants to go to Indianapolis.
So so you mentioned Baltimore. Did Baltimore sign their contract with the NFL again to make sure they don't get they can do whatever the hell they want during the pandemic like they did like a couple years ago? Did they re-sign that?
Don't bring me back to that. I know the Steelers swept Baltimore in the last 2 seasons, but it's just the fact of the matter that hey, Lamar Jackson never beat Ben Roethlisberger. Yay! Let's just put that out in the universe. And the Ravens were last place in the AFC North this year.
Yep,
they were 8-3, and then were obliterated. Like, of course, they lost half the team to injuries. But
I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah, NFL free agency is crazy.
That's funny. I never really followed free agency. I never even had it on my radar at all on social media. Now it's all I've heard about all week on the sports front.
Yeah. And apparently there's trades in Major League Baseball too. Like the Yankees just had a trade with a whole bunch of people. Yeah. And I wish I could give that decent analysis, but I don't. I like the Yankees, but I don't follow baseball as closely as I follow football. So you're not going to get that intense analysis that you're going to get from me from the NFL because I like baseball. I enjoy watching baseball. I'm a Yankees fan, but I don't follow it enough to feel like I could be even remotely considered an expert or an intermediate for that matter.
Right. Let me so Raymond's question about I didn't know Brown was even a thought about being is he actually signed with the Cowboys?
I haven't seen anything about it.
Because I'm not sure if I like that, to be honest with you. He's kind of a very polarizing personality. So
I'd be surprised if he signs with another team at all.
Yeah, me too.
Again, I haven't seen any news in regards to that, but
right. So as far as baseball, so part of the lockout ending was they got rid of that man on second stuff in extra innings, which thank friggin' God was just stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Beyond it wasn't baseball. It was bullshit. And then Major League Baseball finally caught up with the rest of the damn world. There's a DH across the board now. So naturally pitchers don't have to worry about that shit. Like why did that take so long?
And double headers are no longer 7 innings.
Which is nice. That's good.
Yeah, nor should they be. It's like
again, it wasn't baseball.
You're not playing a whole game at that point.
No, if you're gonna play 7, hell, play 6. Make it a little league game. For real.
Yeah. So those are the good changes for baseball. I'm glad that they're going to be playing because, boy, was that a cluster that whole lockout. But they made some good changes. Some changes for the positive that are going to benefit the game of baseball and not screw it up with whatever the hell last season was.
And again, I'm going to be mildly fair, even though I can't stand that commissioner piece of shit. But last year was such a mess because coming out of the pandemic, they didn't know what to do. Toronto was such a freaking shit show with getting sick and it was a whole mess. And they're the only damn team in baseball that's still outside the United States. So it's just so stupid that that's a thing, but whatever. I'm glad they made the changes. I'm glad they ended the lockout in time to actually get the season started when it's supposed to start, which is nice. Hopefully we'll get a decent year of baseball.
Yeah. I really should have just labeled it sports talk, but whatever.
Well, I wasn't even thinking about baseball until you just brought it up. So I figured I might as well roll because I know more about baseball because I follow so many freaking teams and players.
Well, there you go. So when baseball season starts up, there's your guy right there.
I mean that, and we don't do Stepway Sports Bar during baseball season except for like the very end during playoffs, during postseason. So I love talking about it. And the guy in across the hall here, my brother's a huge Dodgers guy. So I hear about the Dodgers all year. All
right, so I think we covered a lot of the NFL free agents moves,
as far as I know. Stuff, yeah. So
let's be goofy for a little bit. We're gonna hit some weird laws.
By the way, I admire their restraint last week because I know there were more laws in Illinois than you were willing to read with another guest on the show.
If you were on air, I would have read them.
Okay, I know.
Jay Shell is a minor, and
because Illinois
had some racy ones.
I'm sure, especially Chicago. I mean, come on. So.
See, even if Jay Shell was like just 18, I still probably would have been really uncomfortable with it.
Yeah,
it's like,
not a good look. Yeah.
Yes. So, she's supposed to be on Jack of all trades next week, so that'll be fun.
Oh, goody! I get to have to worry about decimating a minor. Cool, thanks.
Hey, I gave you fair warning.
You did.
I also announced it last week, but there you go. So here we go. Weird laws out of the state of Indiana. In Indiana, waitresses may not carry drinks into a restaurant or bar.
Into a restaurant or bar.
Into.
Okay.
So if you have outdoor dining, are you in trouble?
Right? It's like So no patio seating apparently for these places. Not good. It's that shit wouldn't fly in California. I'll tell you that right now.
Probably not. Anyone 14 or older who profanely curses, damns, or swears by the name of God, Jesus Christ, or the Holy Ghost shall be fined $1 to $3 for each offense, with a maximum fine of $10 per day.
14 or older?
Yeah.
So I can't go to 8,500. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Well, I mean, you can, but you got 4 curses before you're capped, and then I guess you're off to the races. But literally, Indy 500.
There's better beer at the Indy 500 than this stuff. So yeah, 4 of them. That's all I get. I couldn't even go across state lines, let alone be at the race. So,
a $3 fine per pack will be imposed on anyone playing cards in Indiana under the Act for the Prevention of Gaming. The hell's wrong with you, Indiana?
So we can't curse.
And you can't play cards.
You can't play cards, and you can't have a waitress go in from outside. How do they pull the race off every year? Like, they can't do anything in this damn state.
Yeah, it's going to make going to South Bend whenever that day comes very hard.
No wonder WrestleMania 8 was a hit and miss show. It's a lame state.
Well, I mean, you can carry drinks in there because it's open air, so you're fine.
Well, but if you're crossing through the doors to the stadium, are you going in? That's a whole other thing.
I mean, who knows? Yeah. Also in Indiana, it is illegal for a man to be sexually aroused in public.
Okay, so clearly we can't go anywhere near this state at this point.
I mean, what if it's like, if it's not noticeable? I guess it's fine. But if it's noticeable, like if you're standing at attention, then I guess that's probably.
If it's noticeable, you may want to go sit down till it's not noticeable in the first place in any of the 50 states or around the world. Like, sell your tea kettle there, buddy.
Yeah. Also in Indiana, one may not sniff glue.
Well, thank God for that, because
that one's fine. Like, we will accept that one, Indiana. All right, you're 1 for about 17 at this point.
Okay. The thing is, they don't want them sniffing glue because they'll do the other stupid shit they don't let them do. So,
oh my God. Also in Indiana, a person must get a referral from a licensed physician if he or she wishes to see a hypnotist, unless the desired procedure is to quit smoking or lose weight.
That is a multi-layered onion, that one.
Yeah, that one is complicated, but I almost get it.
Yeah, you know? I'm actually okay with it because, number one, I've said for years I didn't believe in hypnotism, and then I got hypnotized, so I know it can be done. Number one. Number two, if you're trying to get in order to quit smoking or lose weight, dude, good on you. And I applaud that because Lord knows I should try something extreme, right? So, but yeah, having to get a license or a referral for anything else, I applaud that because, you know, if you're going to go get hypnotized and the dude's going to make you look like a chicken, you need to not have that happen. So,
baths may not be taken between the months of October and March.
Read that again.
Showers are fine.
Hang on. Read it again first.
Baths may not be taken between the months of October and March.
That has to be used to be, not a current.
I don't know if these are still on the books or not, but
dude,
I can't imagine going into somebody's houses and be like, hey, take a bath lately. I see rings around the tub. You son of a bitch, you bathed.
My chief concern is this. Those are football season months for the most part.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sweaty Colts fans, winning or losing. You're right. Sweating all up on each other for figure 8 home games a year.
If showers are fine, then this law is what it is. But like,
okay, yeah. If you're allowed to at least shower off and you really hose yourself down after a football game or something, then yeah, go for it. But if you can't,
I wonder if it's just the idea of a bath because they don't want, since the temperature is probably lower during those months, they don't want you to be like iced in the bath. You know,
that would actually make some sense, but with all these other laws of this state,
I'm probably thinking way too deep on that one. Next up,
but that's makes it fun, so it's okay.
Oral sex is illegal.
Done. Good night. This state's completely fucking useless.
I'm afraid to see how somebody like who's checking up on that.
I was going to say, why was this on the books? Who messed up here? And how?
I mean, if it said, if the words in public were after that, fine. Right. It's perfectly fine.
I was going to say, all right, who's getting the hover on the start finish line?
There's one worse than that, and I'm saving that for last.
Of course you are.
Liquor stores may not sell milk.
I'm okay with that one, actually.
And conversely, grocery stores may not sell any type of cold liquor.
I'm actually okay with that. That way,
it seems like just keep the separation of milk and booze. You know.
Yes. Milk and boobs keep together. Milk and booze keep separate. Anyway.
You can get out of paying for a dependent's medical care by praying for him or her.
Well, you are set.
I like that law.
I was going to say, you are like set on that one. Woo!
Yeah, I'll support that. Man, I'll do that all day.
Right?
No problem with that.
Too funny.
Let's see here. There's a lot of there's like a lot of laws just like overall in the state. I haven't even made it to the cities yet.
Chris, there's so many weird state laws in each state. We may not have to switch to something else.
Yeah. Or maybe like there'll be more people donating to the channel so that we don't have time to get to all the laws. Because that happens. Like obviously the super chats and stuff take precedence.
Yes.
Next up. Let's go with this one. Check forgery can be punished with public flogging up to 100 stripes.
I'll allow that. That's great.
Damn.
I'm okay with that.
That is that's intense right there.
Yeah, it is. As it should be. Bouncing checks, you cheap bastard.
Men are prohibited from standing in a bar.
What the shit?
So what do you do? Do you just come in on like an office chair and just roll your way across so you don't have to stand, or like is walking okay, but you can't just like stand there?
Yeah, that definitely leaves some room for where's the line drawn there? Number one, number two, like I would wonder if they have that in place because of the whole sexually aroused thing. It's like, if you're in a bar drinking, you've never been drunk, so you don't know this, but they kind of don't go very well together. Yeah. So it's one of those, I don't know why they would do that. It's very weird. Anyway.
Also in Indiana, spiteful gossip and talking behind a person's back are illegal.
So Twitter isn't allowed in Indiana then?
Yeah, I was about to say Twitter is not allowed in Indiana, which honestly might not be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, let's move to Indiana tomorrow.
Yeah,
if that's the case, I'll forego the other vices as long as Twitter doesn't exist. I'm here for it.
Yeah. On the plus side, thank you to all my new Twitter followers from
thank you
following me for Quizzlemania, and to the new YouTube channel subscribers. Appreciate you guys too.
We love you guys.
All males 18 to 50 years old must work 6 days a year on public roads.
I actually don't mind that one so much.
I don't like that one because I don't like manual labor.
Well, I don't either, but it's one of those where if it's 6 days out of 365 and you're basically getting your man card stuff out of the way and as a law, okay.
I mean, I guess. I just feel like I'd be super inconvenienced by the whole thing.
Well, but it wouldn't be 6 days straight necessarily.
Yeah. In Elkhart, Indiana, it is illegal for barbers to threaten to cut off kids' ears.
Well, I would hope so.
I'm sure that like enough kids were freaked out because they always joke that, oh, hey, we're gonna cut off your ears, because like that's a long running joke between barbers, and like
barber done said it
enough kids were legitimately freaked out that it was like, okay, you can't do that anymore.
Right.
Next up, in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, here we go.
One may only throw a stone at a bird in self-defense.
We did that one last time in Indiana. What the hell is wrong with this state?
Is that like stand your ground, or is that something completely different when it comes to birds?
First of all, if you have to self-defend against a bird, unless it's a goose, that's your bad. If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. But to be fair, I feel like Jen would support this law because she's terrified of birds.
Oh, right. No. I get that. People are laughing and quitting in the chat. They're done. They're done with this whole friggin' thing.
It's not even the worst one, guys.
Oh, I know. Oh, no. There's one that's worse than the one we talked about, the oral sex one, but it's just the dumb fuckery of these ones. It's just like, what the crap?
Oh,
Lord.
since we mentioned Notre Dame, in South Bend, Indiana,
yes,
it is illegal to make a monkey smoke a cigarette.
I'm okay with that one.
Yeah. South Bend, your law isn't that weird, okay?
Right.
You're perfectly fine there.
Exactly.
Good. Go Irish.
Fight on. Or whatever.
In Warsaw, Indiana.
Oh boy.
No one may throw an old computer across the street at their neighbor.
Yeah, I couldn't hear that one if they pissed me off enough. I have one. I literally have an old computer right here. If the guy across the street gets, it's going in his face. It is what it is.
And the one I was saving.
Oh no.
If I can find it again. Good night, everybody. After this. A man over the age of 18 may be arrested for statutory rape if the passenger is in his I didn't even finish yet.
Doesn't matter.
A man over the age of 18 may be arrested for statutory rape if the passenger is in his car and that person is not wearing her socks and shoes and is under the age of 17. What the hell does the socks and shoes matter?
What the fuck?
The socks and shoes don't make a difference. Rape is rape, you jagoffs.
Well, not even that. Okay, because okay, again, let me ride that line. Statutory rape is thrown out if there is sex with a over 18 or 18 over and a minor, whether she consents or not, because she can't legally consent, right?
Right.
So that, even still, the fact that the socks and the shoes are the thing.
Yeah, why? First of all, why was that before the age? like the 17, I mean, obviously don't do that. But why are the socks and shoes a qualifier?
All right.
You're telling me if their feet are fully covered, it's fine? The hell, Indiana?
It's like, I got news for you. If they're committing any sort of sexual act, the part that's breaking the law is it ain't their feet. Well, maybe. Never mind. I'm not going down that
no, okay. The weird law segment's over. We're done.
That's it.
Too much even for me. Wednesday Q&A. We'll get off of that completely. We're done. No more.
Yeah.
I just ended the laws segment completely after that.
That's it. No more laws of the history of ever. Again, that's it.
Holy crap. Let's go through the comments.
I can't even see straight. My eyes are. I'm laughing so hard and trying to keep it all together. Oh my god, that is the worst thing you've ever written. Ever, Greg. Ever.
Chris LaBelle's asking who faces you next week. Okay, so we've confirmed Jay Shell.
Yeah, can we please not have me suspense anymore for another week?
The thing is, I don't know the third person.
Damn it.
So I'll tell you the other person. I'll give you that. I'll give you two. Jay Shell is one.
Right.
Sat Inyongi is the other one. I'm not making it easy on you, brother.
Really?
And the third one is TBD. And you'll probably find out when the graphic goes live. But
Travis Brown Downey. Got it. Okay, good.
Yes. Let's see. Cody Rains is asking, hello, my brothers. Good to see you. Thoughts on your new QB and thoughts on Deshaun Watson being cleared?
Good to see you too, Zach.
What's that?
I said, good to see Zach. This is Zach. He was a contributor a lot on Southwest Sports Bar. His YouTube's Cody Rose. I never found out why, but anyway.
I just read it as it pops up on
I got you. You're
good. Mitch Trubisky, I feel like I just kind of have to let it play out, which is a common phrase in wrestling Twitter. Just let it play out. Right. But for this, it's kind of touch and go. I don't know. As far as Deshaun Watson goes, I don't even feel comfortable commenting on it. If we're going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a touchy subject. It really is.
And after the last Indiana State law, we're not going anywhere near that until at least next week. So
yeah, not so much. Trivia question for the Q&A. Thanks, Brett. What are the 2 matches to take place inside Hell in a Cell on more than one occasion?
Oh, jeez.
Cena and Orton is one for sure.
Yeah, definitely Cena and Orton.
Because they've split matches.
Yes.
Thank
God there's only been 2 of those because good grief. If you committed more than 2 of those, they could kill each other.
I'm trying to think what the other one was.
Oh, I know. Go ahead. It's just literally step right, like being right in my head there, right then and there.
Yeah, because I knew Cena and Orton right away.
Right.
Can you tell me the years that they took place?
2002 and 15.
Oh, Lesnar Taker. Okay.
Yep.
I was like 2002. Triple H and Jericho didn't wrestle each other in 2015. Yeah, Lesnar Taker and Cena and Orton. Here you go.
I only remember Lesnar Taker so well because it's a rematch from Unforgiven, which I was at. So
there you go. Carl says, as a massive Austin fan, I can't wait to see him at WrestleMania, but feel confused at the same time. One last run, maybe? He's not going to have a run.
No. Nope.
I don't even know if it's going to be a match. Right. Because there's still like muddy language about that.
Very, very muddy. So, yes.
Because it sounds like it's just going to be a talk show thing.
If it is a match,
I bet it's duck the clothesline, hit the stunner, 1, 2, 3.
I still say they should, if they don't have Cody show up to face Rollins, which at this point, how do they not? But if they don't, Rollins should be added to the segment just to make it a little bit longer and they can both take a stunner.
Yeah. And then Shane McMahon comes back and helps Austin fight off Rollins and Owens.
And then because they're at AT&T, he can dive off the WrestleMania sign or something instead of the cell.
Yeah. And then Austin will stun Shane just because.
Because that's what Austin does with the McMahons.
Exactly. Let's see here.
I'm trying to find
we answered this one about AB going to Dallas. I haven't seen confirmed news yet about that. So I really don't think any team's going to take AB unless they are that desperate for a wide receiver.
Yeah,
he's a fantastic wide receiver, but everything you're getting along with it, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. It wasn't really a Q&A question, but when they actually back in the day, Brett, and this is going to sound really horrible for us American folk because I know you're not an American, they would test cigarettes, makeup, all kinds of shit on those in the monkey family, the chimpanzees, and like they would literally do that because people suck. So that's where that law probably came from. So freaking. Thoughts on Yins getting Turbinski? There you go. Oh, you brought that up. So.
Pretty much covered that already.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Josh, I want to know what your thoughts are on possibly losing Baker and not even having a backup plan, which seems very on brand for the Browns.
There is no plan at all. It's very, very, very bad. Apparently, Von Miller's with the Bills, like you said earlier, which I think is just bonkers. But I don't know.
I saw the fact that it's a 6-year deal. It's like, how long has Von Miller been in the NFL?
Yeah, I thought he's been around longer than Undertaker was around in WWE. It feels that way.
Brett, I wonder the same thing too. And I wonder how many of them have unsubscribed.
Right.
Just because of the laws.
We gained 15, lost 20. Wait, what?
It's like, what happened?
What happened? We were the negative. What the hell? Yeah. Wow. There you go. There's the new shirt. Arrive, stun, KO, and leave. There's the new shirt for Steve right there.
I mean, he had the arrive, stun, and leave. Why not?
I mean, he said so many Acadians before anyway. Why not add Kevin to the list?
Yep. I know it's a little early, but I think that's going to be our show. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you for Greg Cherry on Quizzlemania finally coming to fruition. We are here every single Wednesday. We will be back with Jack of All Trades once a month. Next Thursday is the next episode with Jeff, with Jay Shell, with Sat, and one still to be determined. So there you go.
Tomorrow, by the way, on the Jeff Meacham Network, I have a guest for the first time in a minute, which I'm very excited about. WWE Hall of Famer daughter, actually, Hall of Fame family. Where's the banner to get rid of that? No, that's the wrong one. Help me out here, Greg. There we go. So tomorrow I'm going to be interviewing Jenny Santana, the general manager of the new company based out of Las Vegas, Ultimate Women of Wrestling. She'll be on with me going one-on-one with good old JM. St. Patrick's Day, and I'll be having hopefully better beer than I have today. Good grief. But yeah, I actually met Jenny up in Vegas when I went up to see Lita and Vic Mignogna. And she actually saw, like, my dad walked up to her and he recognized the name, and they were talking while I was in the can. So it's one of those things where my dad made this happen. So thank you, Pop. I appreciate it. We're gonna have her on tomorrow, and then as we get closer to their first show, which is going to be the weekend before Double or Nothing, also in Las Vegas, we're going to be having her back on. We're going to have some of the talent. There's talents, the names you're going to see, and the talent, the names you're going to recognize. Shaw Guerrero is part of this thing. There's quite a few people that you're going to see the names. You go, oh, okay, I remember her from Fill in the Blank here. So we'll be getting more onto that tomorrow and in the next 2 months. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for that. And will we ever have our
So this guy, you have to be here earlier than 7:55.
Yeah, it's
really do.
Yeah.
I mean, we can cover the Hogan and Flair real quick because I do have your chat up here from a couple weeks ago. You said you were not a fan of their in-ring work, either one of them,
right?
And if you haven't seen Hogan's New Japan stuff where he actually did work, go check it out. And not being a fan of Flair's work, in-ring, I don't know what to tell you there.
I don't know what to tell you prior to like 99. I got nothing. Like, because he was amazing.
And you know what? Now that you say this, I'm actually mad that I didn't make the joke on Quizzlemania. I got to Quizzlemania before Veer got to Raw. Damn it.
Oh,
I had that lined up for weeks and I completely forgot about it. Damn it.
Somebody asked me either Monday or yesterday, is this speaking of the joke now? It's like, dude, did you all see the screen cap everybody took? The old man is laughing his ass off in that chair in Stanford. He is enjoying every bit of this. Are you kidding me? Of course he is.
I bet he debuts the Raw after Mania. I bet he does. I've been calling it for a while.
Yeah, if he doesn't, when this shit doesn't happen, like,
yeah, if he doesn't debut the Raw after WrestleMania, then I don't have a clue.
Yeah, cut him loose at this point. Seriously. Let him and Ali go to freaking any other company and do something. But yeah, as far as
that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all. Thank you for getting me to Quizzlemania. It was a lot of fun. I'm scared to check the comments to see what people said about me. I don't know how I came across, but hopefully will.
Again, I'm biased, but I thought you did very well.
So thank you all for joining us. We will see you next week on the Greg Cherry Show. We will see you next Thursday for Jack of All Trades. Go enjoy St. Patrick's Day Slam. It's probably the last day of Britt Baker's title reign. But she's done Pittsburgh proud. Hopefully I did Pittsburgh proud too, even though I didn't win either. But thank you all for joining. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.